Welcome to the Miss People podcast. I am your host, Sheree Peoples, and today is just, hey, it's a day, right? We gonna have a conversation today, y'all, and we just gonna enjoy, enjoy, enjoy the conversation that we're going to be having, discussing fundamental rights, what that look like for you, what that look like for me, especially because I have been dealing with the fear. I don't know about you. I don't know if you ever dealt with fear, but right now I've been dealing with it. And it's really been coming from this mic and this camera. Okay. And it wasn't until recently when I was understanding the fundamental rights that I have a right to speak. I have a right to talk. I have a fundamental right of freedom of speech. And it felt really, really good because I finally started to understand what that meant for me. Like the fundamental right to speak. Because my tongue, I've been holding on to these things that I've been wanting to say, these ideas. I just want to record. I want to have my podcast. I want all these things. But when I get in front of this mic and this camera, I just can't. It's been a struggle, right? And I've been doing some research. I've been thinking about topics for the podcast. I've been wanting to talk about fundamental rights, but it has really, really resonated with me to understand the fundamental right of freedom of speech because when you go through things in life, when you have experiences, and it sometimes prevent you from moving to the next level. And we all want to get to that next level. We all trying to get it. We all trying to get it right, but not understanding what is that thing that is blocking you from getting that right. For me, it has been being able to record, being able to edit, upload my videos because I know the value in which I can provide to you based off my experiences being a caregiver all my life. I care for my mom as a young child, and I care for my daughter throughout her childhood, now into adulthood, right? I come along with a whole lot of stuff. And I want to be able to help my fellow parents and caregivers who has been going through things or feel blocked and understand that a lot of the blockage sometimes it's us. We can be blocking our own selves, but understand that it's also the policy in which we don't understand is why we are being blocked. We need to understand the policy. No, I am not a lawyer. Let me put that in the disclaimer. I am not a lawyer. I'm just a parent that been through things and had to understand that policy was the reason which that was governing the way things was happening for me, not understanding, trying to learn and understand while I'm caring for my loved one and going through policy was the reason how I got up caught up in the first place. I had a 504. We're going to talk about and explore what a 504 is, what a 504 plan is versus a IEP. We're going to be talking about the school to prison pipeline, right? Not only for the child. So let me just break this down. We're not going to just talk about the child being going through this pipeline, but we also going to talk about the parent too, because there is also criminal code and ed code that can get us all twisted up in that. Okay. That can literally jeopardize your livelihood through the criminal code, through ed code. We gonna have these discussions, y'all. We're gonna have conversations on this, okay? Because it's important to understand the language in which is being thrown at us when we are being served with SARB letters, when we're trying to figure out what is going on with our child while they're trying to put labels. Have you go to meetings? Once you sign this plan, that plan, this plan, that plan, understand the language, understand the policy in which it is driven. And it is important for us to understand policy. Okay, so we're going to be just be you, just be you, Just be you, no matter what you're going through. Just be you, just be you, just be you, no matter what you're going through. Sometimes